CFA exam coming up anytime soon, and if you are wondering how your on exam day will look like, what are the essentials that you should carry, what are the extra things that you should carry, what are the secret tips that can help you, and what is a way that can help you efficiently finish your paper on time, then you're watching the absolutely correct video. And this is applicable for CFA level 1, CFA level 2, and CFA level 3. Quite an important video. Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. My name is Tanishka and I hope you all are doing good. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you a detailed on CFA exam day guide. I'm going to cover multiple points in this video, starting with the essentials, the things that you need to carry. I'm also going to tell you some things that are not really essential but are helpful. They will keep your day better than expected. So that's one thing. Number two, I will tell you my unique tips on exam day, tips that I follow, all my clients follow, and it actually works. And number three, I'm going to talk about how you can optimize your time, actually perform better on the exam, in the sense that if you're getting stuck in hard questions, how to manage your time, etc. So let's get started. But before that, if you're new to this channel, then please take 1 second to the subscribe button. If you've ever liked my work in a teeny tiny bit, then please join the community by subscribing to the channel. And while you're at it, do not forget to hit the bell icon so that you're notified every time I post a new video. And for the very kind people who have already subscribed to the channel, thank you so much for joining me in my journey. I hope we stay together till the end of time. Okay, starting with the absolute essentials that you need to carry. First, and literally the most important, is given you are not allowed to give the CFA exam, is a valid international passport. Your passport needs to be valid as of that day. That means not expired. It needs to be an international passport, and it needs to match your name identically to your CFA Institute website. When I say identically, do not worry about the order, because Indian passports may and CFA website mein halka sa name ka order is a little bit different. Do not worry about that. But the spelling should match absolutely to the T. If in your passport you have a prefix or a suffix like a Mr., Miss, whatever, that should be there. If there's a middle name in your passport, then your CFA Institute ID should also have it. Basically, whatever the name is on your passport as is should be the name on your CFA Institute website. If it is not, they will actually send you back home. Your money will go to waste, your time, efforts, everything will go to waste. They will do nothing about it. This is a very, very strict rule. Please keep it in mind. Number two, again, very, very essential, the BA2 plus Texas Instrument, basically your financial calculator. Carry your own. Do not expect them to have spare parts. If you feel that my calculator is old, try and see if you can get an extra spare calculator from somebody. Just borrow it or carry extra batteries with you. Do not expect them to be having that for you. Do not feel like, oh, ये तो उनके पास होगा. नहीं, this is not a school college exam. Do not expect these things. So that is very important. Also, the moment you register, the moment you schedule rather, you get an appointment confirmation letter that has your room number. You can just have that on your phone if you cannot print it, but if you can print it, well and good. If you cannot find it, do not panic. 1 or 2 days, sometimes literally one night before the exam, they mail it to you again. So you will have it again. Do not panic so much about it. And it's not like the end of the world wala document, to be honest. Like, you can see your center and all, even in your CFA Institute website. But if you have it, it's just a bonus. Now, coming to things that are not essentials, but I always carry them, and I suggest all my clients to carry the same. First things first, you do not need any form of stationery. They provide papers and pens for you during the exam. So you can do all your rough work, whatever that you want to do, formulas, sums, everything you can do on those sheet of papers. Just remember, if you want a new sheet of paper, suppose your sheet is already full and you want a new one, you have to first submit the old one, only then do they give you the new one. Therefore, if you have an inclination that it's a long sum, even if your first paper is used this much, give it back and take a new one. They do not question you. They are not bothered about it. You can take as many as you want. Even if you've just put one line and you want a new sheet, you can do it. So use your own judgment and take as many sheets as you want. They'll also provide you with a pen. Like I said, they provide you with water inside the exam hall. So all this is covered. But things that you should carry, like I told you, and keep outside. They will not let you carry it to the main exam hall, but you can keep it in your, either in the locker if they are providing you, or just in your bag. They usually give you a coupon, so do not worry about it. Carry water for yourself. Carry some snacks for sure, especially something salty. If you are somebody like me who can't eat when nervous, then just carry anything that can, maintain your electrolyte balance. I usually just opt for those yellow lays, the salted chips, like 3-4 pieces, or any salted biscuit. Not promoting packeted foods, but exam like the CFA, desperate times call for desperate measures. So just have like few of them, just stay alive basically. Okay, so that is there. Carry a jacket with you. The exam hall can get cold sometimes. Starting में नहीं लगता, बाद में लगता, you just want to layer up. Carry that. Also many people, even if it's not actually cold, just anxiety में उनको ठंड लगती है, you can carry a jacket for sure. No watches, even if it's not a smart watch, it's not allowed. No accessories, not allowed. um Medicines, if you are again somebody like me who, when anxious, when nervous, you physically react. So my stomach starts turning, my head starts hurting, so I need to carry like an antacid, a vomiting medicine, a paracetamol. If you are that person, please make sure you are carrying those medicines with you. They might not let you take it till the exam hall unless you have a prescription, but at least outside ये सब basic चीजें you should have. I had a comment 1.5 years ago. Somebody had told me on YouTube that this girl is literally telling us to like prepare for war and give such, like, she's telling us to carry so many things. Yes, because it's a long day. First of all, it's a day that's heavy on you mentally, emotionally, and so it does get heavy on you physically. So these small things that can help you be comfortable, just carry it. Do not forget to carry your phone. They won't let you carry it inside, but keep it in your bag. You just never know for what you need it. I always say this, carry some cash as well when you're going home. Just carry all these basic things. I think that you're going on a road trip. I always say this. So ये सब हो गई what to carry. Now, coming to my special, very, very unique exam tip. Some of you might know it. If you are with me since you're level 1, you'll definitely know it. If not, then this is your chance. Like I said, these are very unique, but it has always worked. It has worked for me. It has worked for my clients. It's just like my go-to tip. First things first, and literally the funniest, please eat one entire chocolate. Proper chocolate, not like a toffee, a proper chocolate, like 5-10 rupees wala dairy milk bare minimum, or like a 5-star or something, or a Kit Kat, before each session. It is underrated and it helps like magic. Understand one thing, you are mentally very drained, whether you feel it, whether you do not feel it. The days that have led to the exam have come with a certain cost, right? You are very tired, and it will take a toll. Your mind is not as alert because there's anxiety, there's fear, plus there's so much fatigue. Chocolate is an instant mood lifter. It is a calming effect. First of all, it gives you a sugar rush, right? So you're a little bit more awake, you're a little bit more alert. Number two, it calms you down. Chocolate, why specifically? Because chocolate in general kind of soothes people. Like some people say eat chocolate in the night, it calms you down, it soothes you to sleep. That's why. And it always helps. Why eat one before each session? Why not just one in the morning? Because there's a reason sugar is not good for us, guys. Matlab, like so much. Because sugar spike hota hai or immediately drop hota hai. So you'll get a sugar spike for like 1.5, 2 hours and then it will drop. So you need that sugar spike again. It will not last till the second paper. Please trust me, this really works. If you are somebody who is good at having black coffee or any form of chai or something and your body can take it on that day, go ahead. You need it. You need your senses to be alert. That really matters on the CFA exam day. So chocolate is a must as long as you are not diabetic or it will not affect your health and you'll stay alive. Have it. But caffeine, optional, like I said. Now, second tip, a little bit philosophical, but it really, really helps. Like I've seen people almost, feel so much, and it actually, like, people have come after the exam and told me like this was a game changer point for us. So listen to me. Before you enter the final exam hall, okay, so the final frisking and everything, and yeah, they literally check you like airport checking se bhi zyada. The moment you're entering that final hall, when you signed and everything, close your eyes, have a 1-minute conversation with yourself. I'm not even telling you to, have a conversation with any higher source, just yourself. Just ask yourself one question. Have I given my best? Yes or no? When it's the moment of truth, when it's the moment of execution, your heart will not lie. You will get the correct answer. Yes or no. Baat khatam. Right? If it's a yes, accept it at that point of time. Very good. I'm very proud of you. There's just one more step left. Let's give our best here too. Okay? If the answer is no, accept it at that moment. No, I could have done better. Okay? I get it. I understand. Okay, I totally understand that this has gone wrong, but we still have one step to go. Now, whether we pass, whether we fail, whatever it is, what we've done, we don't know the outcome of it, but we need to still keep fighting. Whatever it is, you can word it better. You have to accept whatever you have done in the past. Let those burdens go. Till you do not accept, they trouble you, they play in your mind, they lead to extreme underconfidence or extreme overconfidence, and that affects your paper. You need your mind here. Not everybody passes the CFA exam. Level 1 ka pass percentage in May was 39%. Imagine, it was not even 40%. But from those 39%, I can bet my life all 39% people were here. Your mind has to be in a balanced state. I'm not saying you won't be nervous, you won't be anxious. Everybody is. You need to know how to deal with it. And the first step to deal with it is acceptance. The moment you accept, the burden is literally half. It gives you more mind space to look, to clear, to answer, and it does help. So please, please, please do this. One extra tip, again, slightly philosophical, but it works wonders. If you are somebody who's having a lot of anxiety before the exam, or like constantly overthinking, what you can do is, I always say this, okay, and it's a joke. Think of your brain as a separate person. Don't think of it as you. Like, think like you are talking to somebody else. Now, if I come to you and I tell you, yeah, I've had a bad day, I think this is gonna go wrong, I think that's gonna go wrong, and you tell me, yeah, okay, Tani, you're overthinking, please not now. I will not like it, because I'm coming and telling you something that's troubling me, and you're telling me, no, this is your overthinking. I will not like it. Because of which, I may not tell you, but I will keep thinking more about it. Yeah, मेरे लिए तो बहुत बड़ी problem है, मेरा तो ये, मेरा तो वो, and this person's not even listening to me. Now, reverse. If I come and tell you, I'm having such a bad day, or this has happened, that has happened, whatever, and you tell me, you know what, Tani, I think you're right. I totally get it, and I'm understanding the place you're coming from. I am a little busy right now. Is it okay if we have this conversation in 30 minutes? I want to know what's bothering you. You know what will happen? I will automatically become calmer, because I know that, okay, this person has acknowledged it. You have validated my feelings. I will have a conversation with you 30 minutes later, and then हम तगड़े से इस topic को discuss करेंगे. That is what you have to do with your brain. Think of it as a separate person. The moment you feel like you're spiraling, you're overthinking, tell your brain, you know what, you're right. हाँ, fail तो हो सकता है, correct बात है भाई. more than more than 50% people have failed. आराम से हम भी हो सकते हैं. कोई ज़रूरी नहीं है कि हमारा लक कितना अच्छा है. Yes, you're right. I agree. हाँ, मैंने वैसे ही FSA में थोड़ा सा वीक हूँ यार, मैं फेल हो सकता हूँ. बट यू नो वॉट, मैं अभी अगर ये सोचने बैठूंगा ना, या सोचने बैठूंगी, तो मैं पक्का फेल हो जाऊंगी. आई अग्री, तू जो बोल रहा है ब्रेन, व्हाट यू आर सेइंग, 100% राइट. बट इज इट ओके इफ वी डिस्कस दिस ऑन 27th August or 19th August or 20th August, and you schedule a meeting for yourself on Google Calendar? I have done this, okay? Schedule a meeting for yourself on Google Calendar, wherein you say we will discuss failure prospect. Your mind's overthinking will come to half. Trust me. Try it out. It's unconventional, but it actually works. And once your mind is a little bit calmer, like I said, automatically you'll have more space to think. So please try this out. Now coming to the last part of this video, काफी लंबा video है, but काफी important video है. How to deal with your exam, the actual paper, okay, to increase output. First of all, let's talk about questions where you feel stuck. Everybody has them. Do not panic. Whenever you feel like, oh यार ये क्वेश्चन मुझे नहीं आ गए, 5-6 क्वेश्चन नहीं आ गए, सबके साथ होता है. आई हैव नेवर सीन समबडी जिसको हर एक क्वेश्चन समझ आया हो. समटाइम्स यू नो द कॉन्सेप्ट बट आर नॉट एबल टू डिकोड द क्वेश्चन. Sometimes you know the concept but you just can't remember. It happens. It's common. Do not panic. Like I said, this is how you have to give the exam. The moment panic comes, stress comes, anxiety comes, शक्ल हिल गई, waste हो गया. Don't let that happen. Okay? So, if that question comes, two things. First, either you deal with it with method of elimination. If you can't find out what the answer is, try to find out what the answer is not. Find the answer through that. If that also doesn't work, घर से, from your own house, a night before, a day before, you will pre-think of a alphabet between A, B, C, that okay, for every answer I don't know, I'll mark a B. For every answer I don't know, I'll mark an A. For every answer I don't know, I'll mark a C. Basically, what you are doing is you are marking something immediately. Okay, I don't know this, I'm marking it C. Baat hi khatam. I'm not spending time to think, and I am not getting distracted in trying to further guess something that I've realized I do not know. Because the moment I start to waste my time on guessing, it's not wasting time rather, but the moment I start trying to guess, I get distracted and I will mess up what I know as well. So I mark something randomly, I flag the question so that once I'm done with my paper, if I have time, I come back and redo it. Specifically for CFA level 3 people, if you have the essay based question, even then put anything. If it's a true false, put true false, कुछ भी लिख दो, कुछ भी घर से सोच के जाओ, जो नहीं आता. For all calculates I'll put 10, for all true and false I'll put true. Try to pre-think as much as you can from your home for the answers. Of course, for the subjective answers it gets a little bit tough. For the MCQs it's very easy to do this, but it keeps your mind in focus. It works like magic. Last but not the least, please follow the paper pattern. Whatever question is first, follow that flow. Do not pre-think, oh I'll do ethics first, I'll do AI first. It's the worst thing. It will waste your time. Chances are you might end up missing a question galti se, and if time runs out, you won't even be able to check it. It's a very messy process. Trust me, I tried it for my level 1 AM session and my paper bhagte bhagte complete hua. I've almost had a heart attack. Never do it. Whatever the pattern is of the paper, just follow it. If you don't know something, mark something, come back later, आराम से उसके ऊपर सोचो. Once you've sorted out everything that you know. One last point, okay? काफी लंबा video, but like I said, very important video. One last point. If you have completed your paper well before time, 15 minute, 20 minute पहले, do not check immediately, do not submit immediately. Take a step back. पानी पियो. जो पानी आपको दे रहे हैं ना, drink that water. Take a deep breath, take 1 minute, calm yourself down, then check your paper. If you are able to get that 1 minute ka calmness and then check your paper, chances are if you have made any silly mistake, you will actually be able to catch it much faster than you jaldi mein checking it. Trust me, really works. And with that, we have come to the end of this video. I am actually planning to come live for the August exam, before the August exam. You guys let me know if you want me to come live or not, and also let me know if you like this video or not, and if you want me to make more such videos or not. Very important. आप नहीं बताओगे तो how will I know? And if you like this particular video, don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. I'll see you guys very soon. Until then, keep sparkling and definitely keep learning.